Hello, welcome to my channel. Today is an awesome day, and it's this video. I'm sure you could tell by the title, anyways, but is all about Monster Hunter. And when I talk about Monster Hunter 4, first off, I do not own. Oh, accidentally my computer. Today, I do not own a physical copy of Monster Hunter 4U yet. It's on my 3DS. So, as a representation of 4 Ultimate, when I talk about it, will be this box right here, which is for this right here, but you guys have heard me talk about this already, and this is a little bit awkward to just kind of keep going and grabbing for, so I'm going to use a box instead. Besides, I'd rather use a box for physical representations. Speaking of which, I'm now showing the game. I just got this a couple days ago, or about a week ago now. I've only played a couple quests so far. This is the original Monster Hunter game for PlayStation 4, released in, I believe it was 2004? Yeah, 2004. As a person who has been playing the newer Monster Hunter games, starting with 4U, obviously, and then going to 3U, and kind of playing them simultaneously, now adding this one to the mix, I figured you guys want to know what my thoughts on this game is. So, here comes my review, I guess. And I'm going to jump cut real quick. And I jump cutted back. Hello again. So I went off to grab my PlayStation controller and my 3DS, and I'm actually gonna, or it can just fall out. That works too. I was about to say I'm gonna take out my stylus because it's probably gonna fall out. I've got tape here to kind of help keep it in. And that's why buying styluses is a bit difficult. It's gotta be the specific exact stylus. I don't know why. Anyways, so for what I can say about the controls is they're really messed up on this game. I'm not gonna lie though, I am pretty addicted to this game. This is actually the most enjoyment I've gotten out of a Monster Hunter game, other than 4U. 4U was pretty enjoyable too. But here's the reason the controls are wonky. With 3U and 4U, and again I'm using the 3DS as the guide here, and the second C-stick here isn't always here, but for the new 3DS systems it is there. For those without it, though, if you need a second camera option, you'd use this, and this is right underneath the control stick, so I could easily just, you know, but with this, the PlayStation controller, which I have to use to play this game right here, and I hit my computer again. I'm sorry if I keep hitting my computer. It's like hanging out here a little. But anyways, this game right here has to use this controller. The first glaring difference here is where this control pad is. And you might think, oh, it's got a second stick. You don't even need to use this to control your camera. You do. This is used for your attacks. It seems a little messed up. So what do the other buttons do? Well, as far as I know, so far, and I'm holding this on the wrong side for me to point to these like that, the triangle button, I so far haven't figured out quite what that does outside of the tutorial, but during tutorial, it opens up your tutorials. Square and X, those two buttons sheath your weapon, which can easily be taken out again by just moving your left stick or right stick. Your left stick's what you're using to move. And your O button is your crouch / dodge button. And in case you didn't know that was a thing in Monster Hunter, with this, to do that on 3U and 4U, is the B button. It is a very useful tactic. I'm sure most players know about it. Maybe some noobs don't know about it. I know it took me like a couple of quests before I figured it out. Or, yeah, like, I was on tier 2 quest when I figured that out on 4U. Anyways, so yeah, the camera's a problem. But yeah, I kind of find the C-stick attack quite interesting. But based with the camera, you have to use your L1 to kind of keep repositioning your camera. R2 does almost nothing. Oh, and these buttons down here are almost unused as well. So the controls are definitely really wonky with this. I have no problems with it though. Like, other than the camera, I like it, I guess. Definitely an interesting thing. And I'm actually going to close my 3DS now because I'm done talking about controls. So what other things can I say about this game? Well, for this particular copy of the game, I bought this used, if you couldn't tell by the yellow tape here that shouldn't be there. I tend to make sure I remove that fully. I can't do that since somebody already attempted and failed epically. But this problem is probably because I bought this game used. My audio clips for this disc actually clip out. I'm not sure if there's any like scratches or anything, but this is a very clean disc. Like, if there are any scratches, they're very minuscule. So audio clips do keep cutting out. Not too bad. The music in this game is awesome, by the way. I mean, it does sound quite a bit like the other games, but I mean, it's glaringly out there and awesome. What else can I say about it? Graphics. Other than the fact that the flagship monster, if you couldn't tell by looking at the case, and actually that's just going to be something that I'm talking about outside the graphics, but the flagship monster for this game is a monster that in this game you hunt on tier 3. I don't know. Just something seems a little weird about that. I think it was a tier 4 monster in this game, but I can't quite remember. There are a lot of weak monsters in this game. It starts out weak monsters from tier 1 to tier 3, and then once you reach like the middle of tier 3, you start fighting higher leveled monsters. But yeah, I can't quite remember what the name of the flagship monster is right now, but I definitely know what it is, because in 3 it comes after the the Koropeko. Anyways, back to graphics. I got off topic. Back to graphics about this. The graphics are actually probably some of the best graphics I've seen in the Monster Hunter games. Like, any Gen 1 monsters that you've seen in other Monster Hunter games, they look so much better in this game. Way much better. Especially the Appetite, which is the only monster I've pretty much seen so far. But yeah, Appetite look pretty cool. You start with no armor quite a bit. There's like very few armors, like weapon sets to work with. So I'm actually using the noobish sword and shield. Yeah, I know it's a noob's weapon in these games, but the thing is they added something to it with this game. It can become the dual blades. Anyways. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be working with dual blades and hammer. Sword and shield and hammers. Sword and shield becomes a dual blades, right? Yeah. As far as the weapon sets go, I think it takes a bit long to get into your armor. Currently, my guy's only got a helmet. I kind of regret that decision. I should have started with the greaves. So, yeah. It's awkward doing some of the gathering and such. Also, another thing, when you're playing 4U and 3U, you'll notice that whenever you go to gather items or carve off a monster, an icon appears before you do so and will disappear once you can no longer do so. In this game, they're going for as realistic as possible, obviously, because that icon does not appear at all. Like, at all. You have to just kind of guess. And with the way they have the plants set up, if you're going to harvest some plants, look for herbs and such, good luck. That's all I gotta say. Good luck. It's not obvious where they are. But I think some of the other stuff was a bit more obvious, like the mining. Mining's a bit more obvious. Which I know you can mine off the Bassaros' back, and I know that's a Gen 1 monster, so that should be interesting, to say the least. I'll probably hunt him quite a bit, depending on how tough he is. I did find out from looking at the Monster Hunter Wiki that this game can also be played on PSP as Monster Hunter Freedom. It's the same exact game. I do actually want to say that you guys should play this game because it's got some interesting stuff with it. I'm probably going to start my channel Jaggi Yoshi playing this. I know originally I was going to play either 3U or 4U first, and both I can do on this system right here. So now I'm kind of wasting my money, and that's actually going to be a bit of an announcement here. Is I'm probably gonna hold off on that a little bit longer, but I will probably get a live action segment, and anyone who's played this game will understand why I'm doing a live action segment first instead of game segment. But yeah, also Jaggi Yoshi's voice is going to change from this Batman voice right here. Probably something a little bit more like angsty teenager, because the Batman voice isn't available in this game for the level of character customization you have. No Batman voice, not available. You can easily pigment your hair though. That's cool. My guy's hair color currently is colored almost exactly the way my hair is, like where you can see like the lights hitting. I've got blonde streaks. Those are actually natural blonde highlights. It was really hard to get that in. I ended up with like a lighter pigment of brown, I think, but for the most part, yeah, I had enough customization with the color to get that perfect. You can do the same thing with your starting clothes, even though technically that doesn't even really matter because it doesn't affect like the areas that you can actually see, because there's like a streak of visibility. Like I said, you might want to get the greaves as fast as possible because it is awkward looking at this guy's ass throughout the beginning of the game. Anyways, yeah, so Jaggi Yoshi either will have a slower start or I'll get something up to kind of start the channel. I'll probably redo the original channel trailer as a re-upload type thing. Also, warning if you're watching this and you're following me, my channel, I have a whole lot of videos planned to come up for this week, so be prepared for spam. Again, I think I spammed you guys either last week or the week before. I don't like doing that, but it's going to happen every once in a while, so yeah. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I will talk to you guys in the next video.